We have learnt about quadratic polynomials, but what is a quadratic equation? Let's see here. Equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. Here a, b, c are real numbers and a shouldn't be equal to 0. That is very important because if a is equal to 0, then the equation will be of the form bx plus c. It is not a 2-degree equation. So it can't be a quadratic equation. Some of the examples of quadratic equation we have here: 2x square plus 3x plus 4 equal to 0, and the next example, x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Are they in quadratic equation form? Yes. So if we take the first example, it is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If you consider this 2x square plus 3x plus 4, you can say here a is 2, b is 3 and c is 4. It is in quadratic equation and a is also not equal to 0. Similarly, x square minus 5x plus 6 is also in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. You can say these two are quadratic equations. Now consider these two equations. Are they quadratic equations? No. Why? Let's see. If you look at this first equation, x square plus 3x minus 5 is equal to x square plus 6x plus 2. Here, this x square and this x square gets cancelled. So, I'll write 3x minus 5 will be equal to 6x plus 2. Here x square and this x square gets cancelled. I'll write 3x minus 5 is equal to 6x plus 2. So I can write 3x minus 5 minus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0, minus 3x minus 7 is equal to 0. This is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. For an equation to be quadratic equation, it should be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, and a shouldn't be equal to 0. There is no x square term. I can say that this is not a quadratic equation. Similarly, check 2x plus 3 equal to 0. This is also not a quadratic equation because it is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, and here the first thing you notice is a equal to 0. There is no x square term. Remember students, one thing important is for an equation to be quadratic equation, the highest power of x is 2 and x square term should be present. Here there is a small example showing that Avinash and Amar together have 50 chocolates. Amar and Avinash has given away 10 chocolates each to the rest of their friends. What happened here? Avinash had 50 chocolates, Amar had 50 chocolates. Amar had given away 10 chocolates to his friends and Avinash also repeated the same, that is by giving away 10 chocolates to his friends. The last line if you see, and the product of the chocolates they have now is 200. So they have some amount of chocolates left with them and the product of the chocolates is 200. So how do we represent this in quadratic equation? Let's look at this. So initially I start with, let the number of chocolates Amar had be x. So the number of chocolates Avinash had will be 50 minus x. How? Because Amar and Avinash had 50 chocolates. But if Amar has x, then in that 50 I subtract x, that is Amar's chocolates, I'll have the number of chocolates Avinash has. So the number of chocolates Avinash had will be 50 minus x. As we see in the question, Amar has given away 10 chocolates. Initially Amar had x. Now if he has given away 10 chocolates to his friends, he will have x minus 10 chocolates. Let's see what Avinash will have. Avinash, he has 50 minus x chocolates. So what I did, I subtracted 10 here. So Avinash initially had 50 minus x. From that, I subtracted 10 chocolates because in the question it is given that along with Amar, Avinash has also given away 10 chocolates. Now Avinash will be remaining with 40 minus x chocolates because 50 minus x minus 10 is 40 minus x. X minus 10 will be the number of chocolates left with Amar, and 40 minus x will be the number of chocolates left with Avinash. What is x minus 10 into 40 minus x? I am multiplying the product of chocolates left with Amar and the number of chocolates left with Avinash. So x minus 10 into 40 minus x will be, so first x into 40, 40x, minus 10 into 40, minus 400, again x into minus x, it is minus x square, minus 10 into minus x, it is plus 10x. We have the product of total number of chocolates of Avinash and Amar to be minus 400 minus x square plus 50x. But in the question, if you see clearly, it is mentioned that the product of the chocolates they have is 200. I'll be equating minus 400 minus x square plus 50x is equal to 200. Next, I'll get minus x square plus 50x minus 600. How did I get minus 600 here? If this 200 comes to the other side, it will be minus 200. So minus 400 minus 200 will be minus 600. Finally, I'm going to have x square minus 50x plus 600 is equal to 0. Can we say this x square minus 50x plus 600 equal to 0 a quadratic equation? Yes, it is a quadratic equation. How? Because it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If initially Amar had x number of chocolates, the value of x which we'll get after solving this quadratic equation will satisfy x square minus 50x plus 600 equal to 0. That is, if we keep the x value in this equation, then we'll get it equal to 0. Mathematically, in this way, we represent the problem. So how do we solve this quadratic equation? We'll be learning next.
If you like the video, please hit the like button, comment and share it with your friends. Also don't forget to subscribe for all our future videos.